Hello YouTube, Mad Dog here. Just thought I'd show you what I've been messing about with out here in the shed. I've brought a couple of these ferro rod blanks off the Tinterweb, off eBay. They're only cheap. And what I've done is I've made myself a homemade ferro rod handle, but this is made out of fat wood. So obviously in conjunction with this striker that I've made, it's only a piece of old hacksaw blade. I've polished it up, kept the sawtooth, made it nice and long so I can use it for obviously throwing a good shower of sparks. They do work quite well. You can also use the hacksaw blade as a saw, so again, two uses, and you've got the benefit of a good chunk of fat wood for your handle, which you can shave and ignite the fat wood shavings from. I've then just added them two pieces onto a simple paracord, 550 paracord lanyard here. Just dead simple. Getting it all ravelled up here, so that you can actually wear this thing as like a necklace if you like. You just throw it around your neck and it just sits there nicely. Or I've also done a simple cobra weave lanyard here with a belt loop. So you pull the surplus up, put them two together, put it on a ring, key ring tie, and away you go. You can carry it that way, and you've got several feet of useful paracord with you at all times as well. So again, multiple uses. Again, the reason I'm showing you this, obviously I've not shaped it round and smooth, because as you guys know now, that if you do that, it makes it harder when you actually come to use this thing to scrape off your My Dust fat wood shavings. Because it's round, it's harder to work with. So leave the sharp edges on. As long as it's comfortable to grip and you're not going to get splintered, then in my opinion, leave the sharp edges on. It's just easier to shave. So yeah, it's rough and ready, but it serves a purpose. Now the fat wood, again, I know I always bang on about this, but again, I was chopping firewood out in my backyard. Just a couple of old pallets, and two of the square blocks, that go between the lats on a pallet. When I dismantled the pallet, two of them blocks felt really heavy. On first appearance, they didn't look like fat wood. But I brought them in my shed, let them dry out a couple of days, and then popped them open with an axe. And sure enough, inside, I got myself. This is just from two small blocks off the pallet. I got me all this beautiful fat wood, and it absolutely smells fantastic. It's gorgeous. Let me just pick a piece out here, just show you. I don't know if this will pick up in this terrible lighting in this shed, but have a look at the graining in that. Oh yeah, it's beautiful. I've got some great big dirty chunks of it. You see all the resin. Like I say, it won't pick up in this terrible lighting very well, but it's a beautiful piece of fat wood, really good. And you can tell by the weight and obviously the smell, it smells fantastic. But I've got loads of this stuff just through simply chopping a pallet up and keeping my eyes open. So I know I've said it many times before, but when you're processing scrap wood, look at that, it's beautiful. What a beautiful piece of fat wood. Keep your eyes open. One man's junk's another man's treasure and all that. The outside piece of wood, if you look there, just looks like a normal piece of pine, but when you actually break into it, it reveals itself as fat wood. It's worth remembering. So, I mean, look at this stuff. I've got loads of it. It's made just from two chunks. As you can see here, hopefully you can pick up all resin. Obviously that was it's had a limb growing out the tree there at some point, so obviously high. That's the reason it's high in resin. So anyways, I thought I'd share that quick little project with you. Just a simple homemade ferro rod handle. All I've done is drilled down into this, and using a bit of sandpaper, rough the end of the ferro rod up, mixed some twin pack epoxy resin glue, got it in the hole, pressed it in. It's a nice tight push in fit. Simple hole through the back for the paracord, the hacksaw blade polished up and drilled out, job done. And it is pretty effective actually. I don't know if this will pick up properly on my poor lighting, but it really throws them out. So bear it in mind, folks. Keep your eyes open, because there's plenty of freebies to have everywhere. Fatwood City, beautiful. Anyways, thank you very much for watching as always. Take care out there. I'll see you on the next one, which won't be long. Have yourself a good one. Mad Dog signing off. Yeah.